All right, I've had a little nap. We got the chicken wings going. The bagel is ready. Let's get to part deux of this reunion. So we open with Andy asking Teresa, you don't really think that they're responsible for you going to jail? And Reese's like, yeah, they're hanging out with people that sent me to the Who's Cow. But you're still not taking responsibility for your theft and your felony. Andy said you were married to the person responsible for you going to jail. And because she was also convicted, she was responsible for her going to jail. Well, Melissa finally said it. We didn't commit mortgage fraud. You did. So Teresa starts talking about some Jacqueline or Jackie girl. Then Melissa reads some long text message. I think it's Jackie of the heifer cussing her out. Black Dolores doesn't think it's a good idea, but what is Teresa going to do to Melissa? Her relationship with the brother's already messed up. And Teresa may flip a table, but she ain't gonna bust a grape. But now we going over to Rachel. And again, I just can't listen to a white woman in yellow. Oh, Rachel's husband had lipo. Oh, but now let's get to how you felt when Jennifer, Miss Piggy Aiden, talked about your terrible nose job. And she gonna say, I was just bonding with her, but I called her that after. Then Jennifer says, well, you ambushed me and you've got a Finsta account, Bravo Lover 1234, Bravo Lover 1234. You sound like Denise Richards, and that's never good. Rachel saying that Jennifer asked her to go to her doctor and she tweaked her and Jennifer's denying it. I mean, you still look a fool. Oh, he took out her chin, but he didn't do her nose. Wait a minute, somebody said that they were adopting Jaden for the show. The mama had been walked out. They'd been living together long before the show. The kid's about to graduate. Ain't nobody going through all that. Oh, Lord. Louie apparently done had Bo Deedle track down Jaden's birth mama who's in jail. Marge said, I'd never hire a private investigator. People just tell me the business. And Teresa says you don't have enough money to. Well, remember when you and your husband didn't have enough money to live the lifestyle you purported to live and you committed bank fraud and then went to jail for a year and he got deported? Pepperidge Farm remembers. So Teresa says, well, Margaret, you started this last year. And Melissa's like, see, you apologized to Margaret last year saying she did nothing wrong, but you're fake, like your Namaste plotline last year. But back from commercial break, we've got Jen Fessler, who I enjoyed, but didn't do much this season. Oh, she got a whole new head. A whole new head, a Kardashian special. Yeah, you look in the mirror, you don't know you got to get a new license. Harpo, who this woman? Oh, and we got Jackie on here too, and she got some new boobs. They look good. They look good. Look like she's been eating. I'm happy to see that. Weight struggles are real. Jen got a lot of hate for sleeping with Tony Soprano, and she's like, I wasn't always old and ugly. I was cute. And it's Tony Soprano. It's not like he was, a prize. I mean, he wasn't hideous, but that's not what I think of when I think of handsome. Now we got Jackie. She's looking really happy, really healthy. She looked like she got some good dick, because she was already rich. I couldn't whine. Oh, Jackie gives us a little Andy Cohen limerick. There once was an eye that was wonky. It did belong to a... He'll give cheese to a rat and he'll pet your cat as long as he gets a good story. But now we get to Melissa saying drunk dialing her ex, and of course Teresa wants to get all up in arms, and Melissa's like, child, it's a joke and Joe don't care. You just want to start shit. She's married, she has children, she shouldn't say something like that. But it's okay for you to say, well, not even say, it's okay for you to go to prison for mortgage fraud. See, I'm sorry, no matter what Melissa said, you're the felon and not Parks. Marge, where do you get your arsenal on everybody? It's a small town, she's a chatty Cathy, and she seems like the type of heifer where people will just tell their business to her. There are those people. People tell me their business because they know I ain't going to say nothing. Because I don't play in court. Marge said, well, what have I revealed about anybody on this show except for Jennifer's affair? And then Teresa gonna start talking about Jackie's marriage. And Teresa gonna start bringing up Evan cheating at the gym. And one, that was proven not true. And two, Marge never said it. You did. And then Teresa gonna say, I got it from my brother. No, you didn't. Your brother is too busy with balls to be worried about. Maybe that is who Evan was cheating with. But if that's true, then Joe would never tell on himself. But we go back to Marge, and she's like, my friend was trying to get on the show, and somebody told her, hey, if you start some shit, they'll bring you on. So that's what she did. She ran and told my business. Then lies. So Jennifer met with Laura because she was angry about Bill's affair, although you should be angry with Bill. I mean, yeah, Margaret told you business, but you kept going at her. I don't know why you didn't think fat meat would be greasy. So Jennifer had already told Melissa there's a rumor going around that you were making out in a car with someone. This is before she told Danielle. Yeah, why would you tell Danielle on camera, and then when Danielle goes to tell Melissa, she's like, ooh, don't tell her. She already knew. Because you're a bad liar. You're not just a liar, you're a bad liar. Almost as bad as Felon Parks. Jennifer, you're not making any sense. I knew she knew, but I didn't want to tell her. What? So now Danielle's finally realizing you were set up. Danielle doesn't feel set up. I guess anything to stay on the show and be with the popular girls. Andy's like, okay, little heifer, you gonna see the backlash on Twitter when we get out of here. So Andy asks if anybody thinks the rumor is true, and of course Jennifer and Teresa keep saying, well, we just think Margaret brought it. We just think Margaret told it. I met with Joe to tell him this is coming from Margaret. And Melissa's like, okay, you wanted to hurt Margaret, but why wasn't I in the loop? And now Teresa's saying, well, Louie called him, Louie. Okay, Andy said, hold on, stop, and y'all are jumping down his throat for that? Maybe he gonna go off more. I mean, Andy's saying they don't grow, they don't evolve. We've been having the same argument for 13 years. He is correct. That's an astute observation. Melissa said, I couldn't talk about this if you didn't do it. Get her, Melissa, get her. Teresa keeps saying, I can't wait to never see you again. Andy said, I'll let you know how that goes. Teresa keeps saying to Melissa, I can't wait to never see your face again. Andy said, let me know how that goes. AKA, he ain't firing her. Backstage with the Menzies, Frank is mad that Louie fired Frankie Jr. Now look, we all ride for Frankie Jr., so Louie, we gonna get your ass. Okay, 15 minutes left and we've got Jennifer's package. First, we find out that coffee reading heifer was No-No's nurse. Then Andy asks, is Bill going to therapy with you? Hell no. Bill don't want to be bothered with her or them kids. Girl, she said that one therapy session did wonders for both of us. One therapy session, that's all you need. That's it. I didn't know it was a one and done. She said now she's been going over to the pool house. So basically, you've got to chase your husband in his own home. I give your marriage 2 more seasons. Marge said, I can understand why Jen is still mad at me about revealing the affair, but I'm not taking responsibility for your children being hurt because they're hurt by their pappy's actions. I just brought it to light. But then we get to Margaret calling her a disheveled little drug addict. And Andy said, I'm a pothead. Ditto. But Marge said, it's way more than weed. Somebody said, now Jennifer, we supposed to be all upset with Margaret for telling Bill's business, but it's fine for you to spread rumors about Melissa and her tay-tay. She got kids too. So Jen Fessler asked Danielle, what was the point of, at the finale, telling Melissa that there's this rumor? And Danielle says to kill it on camera. And Jen's like, well, what was she going to say? Yes, I am having an affair. Jen's saying, well, the heifer was already out there telling the business, so I figured I may as well beat her to the punch. So now Margaret and Teresa are fighting because of Bo Deedle. And apparently her child was called and threatened at work by Louie, and there are phone records. All right, cut to commercial.